Whoa. I'm gonna keep playing this dumb SNES weeaboo game because I've been enjoying it quite a lot, surprisingly. And I kind of decided that I'm probably not gonna play it on my own, I'd say. I think it might be more fun to stream it. So, I don't know if anybody's there. Let's just jump into it. Also, make sure to tell me if it's quiet or not, because that would be helpful. Save point. View logbook. Oh right, there's the logbook. So this also helps with recap, hopefully? Upon receiving a phone call, Oscar and Utsugi rushed down to the scene of the crime. There they found the police and other authorized personnel already on the scene. The victim's name was Yoko Kojima, a local freshman at Ushimitsu High School. Upon closer examination, it seemed as though she had been strangled. According to her friend Ayumi Tachibana, Yoko had lately been deep in some sort of investigation on her own. Ayumi mentioned that ever since Yoko had started that particular investigation, she had started to change. Her mannerisms eventually seemed like those of a totally different person. Sunlight was shed on this when it was discovered that Yoko had a frightening relevant dream 1 week before her death. In her dream, she said she saw some kind of girl soaked in blood. It was coincidentally very similar to an infamous rumor that had been circulating around Ayumi's high school for years. The rumor was known as the Tale of the Girl in Back. This girl in back rumor apparently came into existence some 15 years ago. At the time, one of Ushimitsu High School's students went missing, vanishing without a trace. Could Yoko have stumbled onto something relevant to the mystery, and furthermore, could it have led to her death? Alright, so I guess if anybody's there, how's everybody's day been? Also, right, should find, where was I? We're in office. Itsugi. That person isn't here right now, then why give me the option? Itsugi left. Check where, I don't think there's anything to check. There's nothing, I guess there's review. Think. I wonder, what should I do first? It would probably be a good idea to investigate Yoko's death, and if it somehow connects to the girl in back rumor. Speaking of Yoko, that teacher Hibino, who didn't show up here, he was acting awfully shaky originally. I wonder if he's calmed down by now. So, obvious game theory is that Hibino killed Yoko, but I feel like that's too obvious? Check where, there's nothing to take, there's review. Nope. Tsugi isn't here. Tsugi left. I think quit is just save for, yeah, okay. I mean, hold up. Cause there's a phone, I think that's a phone? Picked up the phone. Oh no. Am I gonna have to remember numbers? Huh. It's busy, okay. Nothing more to think. Ask about, check. This is the Utsugi Detective Agency. Check the phone. It's a telephone. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to check. Speak to, ask about Utsugi. Yeah, okay. It's like there's nothing to do here. Okay. Okay. Wait, there's logbook? Right, I forgot, and Komeda. He's here now. Tetsushi Komeda, 59-year-old high school teacher. This is the teacher of This teacher of art knows many old facts. He acted friendly and cooperative. I'm gonna phone? Okay. Picked up the phone. I think I'm supposed to be calling Utsugi, but I don't know his number. I don't know if there's any way to check. As far as I know, so... Okay. Think. Review. It's a telephone. Ask about, speak to. What if I do this? Don't leave yet, boss. I don't know where to start. Sorry, I forgot something. Here, take this. Yoko's notebook. I was keeping it in custody for the police. I'm letting you use it for the time being, though. You'll probably find it more useful than I will. Good luck, detective. Okay. I should probably get some shut-eye for the time being. Alright, I suppose I could start the day by heading down to the school. I'd really like to have another talk with Mr. Komeda. Art room. If I remember, that's his class. Chapter 2. This is the art room. Mr. Komeda isn't around. I wonder when he'll be back. Check. Vicinity. Various student portraits and sculptures decorate the room. Okay. This is Ushimitsu High School. Never gonna get used to that. A student is hanging around outside. What's up? I like this kid already. Ask about grill and back. Yeah, that rumor's been getting pretty good circulation recently. I heard somebody around here was investigating it. No clue who the investigator was, though. All I heard was that someone was investigating it. Insights. Whoa, you're a detective? For real? Awesome. I like this kid, he's cool. Komeda. He's probably in the staff meeting right now. But you should be able to catch him after the bell rings. It's pretty cool here. Kind of a weird name for a school, though. Yeah, I've been misreading it this whole time. He's an English teacher. Okay. Ayumi? She's that cutie from the detective club. She was that girl who ran that detective club. Okay, so it's like nothing interesting there. Yoko's NTBK notebook. Hey, that looks like one of the notebooks they gave us. I don't know if she was the one who was investigating the rumor or not. I don't really even know what she looked like. Anything else official in the notebook? This is Yoko Kojima. Yeah. I saw her maybe 2 or 3 days ago. That's Yoko. Where did you see her? She was hanging out back by the old building. It seems strange that she was back there. They don't use that building anymore. Wow, what an awfully convenient word. Listen, I have to get going. I have a date. It's weird though, my girlfriend's name is Yoko too. Speaking of Yoko, when I saw her there, out near the old building, she seemed like almost a different girl than the girl in that picture of yours. Just a totally different expression on her face. Okay, so that's like really recurring. Come on, man, don't make me talk about this. It's creeping me out. I gotta go. I didn't even catch his name, but I like that kid. Old building. This is the old school building. What in the road could Yoko have been doing all the way out here? The wall seems to be discolored here. Looks as though it's been sealed up. Hey, don't mess up the wall. Oh. What are you doing out here? You're not a student. What in the world? Even if you was a student, you still got no business here. Now get. What are you doing with that? Oh, so you must be an exchange student. That makes sense. Oh. Is this guy a teacher? Looks about 60 or so. Huh. I'm Tazaki. I've been the school janitor here for more than 20 years now. Do you know anything about the student who was murdered a couple days ago? Okay. Scrolling back. That's just some crazy old rumor. Crazy kids always spreading rumors about things they don't know nothing about. I tossed in that don't. I just read the text and that don't came naturally with the way this guy talks. Okay. Do we show him the notebook again? Have you ever seen this girl before? No? No way. This guy's creepy. H. Hey, wait a second, just who are you? Pleased to meet you. I'm Detective Oscar Amalia. A detective? I've come here to investigate Yoko Kojima's death. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you? I'm busy. I gotta get going. Oh, okay. It's pointless to hang around here any longer. However, this Tazaki fellow, I've got my eye on him. Okay. Okay. Let's see if Komeda's back. Or finally there. Okay, he's still not there. It's late. The students are all probably home by now. That was different. He's still not here? Vicinity. So Mr. Komeda is in a meeting. I hope he gets back soon. Is there anything at the front of the high school? This is the front of the high school. Vicinity. Guess that staff meeting's taking longer than expected. Oh? Hey, that's a Yumi over there. Wonder where she's going. I wonder where she's going. There's only one way to find out. Ayumi has stopped in front of a huge mirror. Hey, Oscar. What? What's going on, Ayumi? What's on your mind? He's the janitor. What, did you discover something about him? I wish I knew more about that. About what Yoko was investigating these past few days. She was investigating the tale of the girl in back. I get the feeling it had something to do with her death. So I'm gonna say my game theory is she was investigating the girl in back because she kind of connected the dots that there's a disappearance when that rumor started. And I'm guessing maybe she figured out who caused the disappearance, because the old student just disappeared like 15 years ago, and it might be like maybe a faculty member who's still around or something. And they didn't want that information out, so that's why she was found strangled or something? Maybe? Vicinity. The hallway mysteriously dead ends into this gigantic mirror. It's as quiet as death. She seems like she's lost in thought. The hallway mystery. Okay, dead ends into this giant mirror. Why would she come here at a time like this? Oscar. The truth is, something happened here once. She seemed so strange that day, like she was sleepwalking or something. I was standing right here, just like I am now. All of a sudden, Yoko was there, calling out to me from behind. I never even heard her walk up. Ayumi, all this talk about the girl in back. It's all true. All of it. You see? She's behind you right now. Oh, okay. Yoko, a ghost co? That doesn't make any sense, Ayumi. I know, but that was all she said. I never got the chance to ask her what she meant. The girl in back is now behind me. What could that mean? I mean, if you want to take it obviously, that would imply that Yoko was a fucking ghost this whole time or something, I feel, so... Yoko, ... What did you mean? Oh, there's the bell. Does that mean that Komeda's back? I'm scared, Oscar. There's the bell. That staff meeting should be wrapping up right about now. I've got to get going too. See ya, Oscar. This is the art room. Hello, Oscar. I have a bit of time right now if you'd like to talk. Yes? Scary stuff, without a doubt. Did you speak with any of the students on your way in? He's the school janitor. He can be a bit eccentric at times, but he's a good man. Back in the days before he was a janitor here, he used to be a plasterer. That's a word. So the wall out back at the old building, was he the one that plastered it? Oh, that wall. Yes, I believe Mr. Tazaki sealed it long ago. He fixed it up. In no time after, it had collapsed one day. He fixed it up. In no time after, it had collapsed one day. He's very good at what he does. Okay. I wonder what he's up to these days. There's something I was going to tell you. Now, about before. Uh-huh. Scary stuff, without a doubt. Did I just speak to? Whoops. Pop, pop. Yoko's notebook. Who's that? Oh, yes, I remember that face now. She came here not too long ago. She seemed quite a bit different than how she looks in the photo, though. Sort of gloomy, I suppose. She came asking about that old ghost story. So Yoko was investigating the mystery behind the girl in back after all. However, I shouldn't get too far ahead of myself. I still don't know if it had anything to do with her death. Okay, so implying that it did have anything to do with her death, that means that protagonist here might get into some shenanigans. Scary stuff, without doubt. Maybe just regular thing. Ask about Yoko. This is Mr. Komeda. I'd say he looks about 60. This is the art room. Anything I can check in specific? These are various students' works of art. Tazaki. What else is there to speak to him about? Do I just show him the notebook again, or? Scary stuff, without a doubt. Insights. Let me guess. You want to know more about that spooky old ghost story? He's getting a little sassy. Let me think. Oh yes, I remember now. Made some time earlier today to check up on the details of the girl who vanished. Oh, okay. Shinobu Asakawa was her name. She was a freshman here when it happened 15 years ago. That much I do remember. So let me take a drink of mind drink. Shinobu Asakawa. Ask about Shinobu. I don't remember much about her. It was so long ago. Apparently, the story of her disappearance got all mixed up in local gossip, and that's how the tale came to be. I apologize, Oscar, but I must be going home now. Or getting home now. I hope your investigation goes well. Detective Agency. Welcome back, Oscar. I'm up to my ears in this case the police have me working on. How's your investigation coming? Tsugi Detective Agency. Phone, I don't think I can do anything with the phone yet. I'm sure the game will give me a number to call or something eventually. Think. Before anything else, I ought to review. Okay. I've come to learn Yoko had been investigating the tale of the girl in back after all. The disappearance of a local schoolgirl 15 years ago seems to be the origin of the rumor. She was a freshman at Ushimitsu High School named Shinobu Asakawa. Could her disappearance be related in some way to what happened to Yoko? Okay, so there's some new stuff here. Shinobu Asakawa, 16 years old, at time of death. The death? I mean, could be disappearance, could be death, whatever. The disappearance of this schoolgirl long ago seems to be the origin of what is now known as the tale of the girl in back. Toshio Tazaki, 58-year-old, high school janitor. When I mentioned Yoko, he started to panic. Many years ago, this man plastered one of the walls out at the old school building. Akiko Kojima, 40-year-old housewife. The victim's mother, despite her grief, she has been very cooperative with the investigation so far. 1 week before the incident, Yoko came to her talking about a strange dream. Everything else is like stuff that we already know. Scrolling back. Other. Yoko was out at the old building. I don't know what she was doing there, though. Okay. New stuff on Yoko. Yoko Kojima, 16-year-old high school freshman. She was found at the local fishing riverbank, strangled. The time of death was estimated to be 9 to 10, October 10th. Her body was moved there post-mortem before her death. She was searching for something 1 week ago. She changed. A couple days prior, she told Ayumi she saw the girl in back standing behind her in the mirror. She has apparently uncovered something. It's new stuff here. The rumor got started around 15 years ago. Back then, a certain schoolgirl went missing. Could these events be related? Okay, I think that's everything. And furthermore, what was that old janitor, Tazaki? He seemed awfully suspicious. Superstitious ghost. How goes the case, detective? There's so much I don't understand still. Sometimes it helps to have a fresh pair of eyes on a case. Let me share with you what I know of my investigation. It might help ease your mind. 15 years ago, a local snack bar owner named Genjiro Komeda was murdered. The police once thought they had a solid lead for a suspect until it was learned that the suspect apparently committed suicide just before the murder took place. Unfortunately, no more leads ever surfaced. None at all. Well, there is one interesting point. You see, there was supposed to be an eyewitness. She was a freshman at Ushimitsu High School. Her name was Shinobu Asakawa? Boss, that's the same girl I'm starting to investigate with my case. Okay. You don't say. Think. These two events might be connected. It's possible, Oscar. Very possible. Let's head down to the police station and see what we can dig up about Mr. Komeda. Okay, good idea. Okay. So let me just check OBS real quick. Okay. Okay. This is the police station. Dozens of people are scurrying around, hard at work. Policewoman. How may I help you? Speak to... Excuse me. Yes, may I help you? I'm from the Utsugi Detective Agency. My name is Oscar Amalia. Ah, yes. Mr. Utsugi said you'd be coming. You heard about the Komeda case, right? Please wait here. Someone will speak with you shortly. Oh? Kinda looks like, Mr. Komeda. It's gonna be confusing just calling so many characters Komeda when I don't know how to pronounce their name. But, this guy looks like the art teacher. An imposing-looking police detective has arrived. So, this is Utsugi's apprentice. Good day, I'm Chief Inspector Maruyama. I'm from the Utsugi Detective Agency. My name is Oscar Amalia. Let's talk about, is that Kaneda? Kaneda case? It does sound like Komeda. Kaneda. I've been instructed to speak with you about Genjiro Kaneda's murder. We've amassed quite a bit of information about it here. Genjiro Kaneda moved to this town 15 years ago, opening a snack bar that February. On the night of November 10th of the same year, he was found murdered in his home at around 9 p.m. Well, I mean, Yoko was murdered 9 to 10, and if this is a detective mystery story, there could be like a pattern going on there. Cause of death? Is it going to be strangle? Was he strangled? Stabbed multiple times, okay. So there's no pattern. At least in method of death, Kaneda was stabbed multiple times. He died from excessive blood loss. Judging from the stab wounds, it seemed as though the murderer held a considerable amount of hatred towards the man. Jesus. Okay. Snack bar. The snack bar was located a few miles from his home. It wasn't where the crime took place. What gave Mr. Kaneda such a bad rap? Well, while on the surface he seemed like a simple businessman, underneath he was apparently far more sinister. He had a reputation for demanding excessive amounts of interest from many people he lent money to. To make matters worse, he was a master con artist. He cheated many people out of their well-being and livelihood. He was widely regarded as a vicious human being, working with cold-blooded precision. His exploits grew in infamy until the police took notice. However, just as an investigation was opened, he was murdered. In other words, he wasn't winning any popularity contests. You might say that. Knowing how many people despise the man has made it difficult to find the true killer. To make matters worse, the murder weapon was never found. Mr. Kaneda has a son named Goro. He was 16 at the time. All of Genjiro's wealth went to Goro, back when the murder took place. He's been a playboy ever since, never working a day in his life. After the incident, he dropped out of school. He was seen coming and going from his late father's snack bar quite a bit thereafter. Let's see. Goro would be 31 this year, if I remember correctly. The man seems to have simply never grown up. Even after all these years, he does nothing but search for the next party. He's still living the good life, not a care in the road. Girl was his only child. Back before the murder, Mr. Kaneda's snack bar was a local hangout. Many girls routinely stopped by there after school. Goro made a reputation for himself early on by picking up on many of the local girls and taking them back to his father's mansion. Yee. He was very popular with the ladies. Back in those days, he was a bit more than friendly with a number of girls from Ushimitsu High School. Long time no see, Sonic. The Space Hedgehog. Hey Zach, what's up? On the night of the murder, 3 girls Goro had previously met were waiting at the mansion for him to come home. Since Goro never said he would be back, 2 of the girls got tired of waiting and decided to walk home. Only one of the girls remained at the mansion, waiting there all by herself. Just woke up from a nap? How was the nap? Probably good, as most naps are. Let me guess, Shinobu Asakawa? Bingo. From what we can tell, the Kaneda murder took place shortly after Shinobu was left there alone. Okay. What if this is a super weird situation where the disappearance was a purposeful thing and Shinobu ended up being the murderer this whole time? God, I better not be right. Please, for the love of God. Once I finish this game and, I know everything and, who did what and yada yada, I really hope that, one of my early guesses isn't right. That girl was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. She went missing that night. No one ever saw her again, and to this day, no one knows what became of her. I hate to say it, but there's little chance she's still alive. All we ever discovered was a small pool of blood found about 30 feet from Mr. Kaneda's mansion. It was type AB, the same as Shinobu's. So, have you understood everything I've said so far? Okay, so just think. I think I've gotten a pretty good grasp on it. Let me run it by you from the top. Tell me if I make any mistakes. Okay. Ooh. Fucking new victim. Explanation. Here you will be asked to complete various sentences. Choose a name which appropriately fits each sentence. Select the name of the direction pad. Choose the correct name with the A button. When you are ready to begin, press the A button. On the night of Kaneda's murder, there's another person at the mansion, Shinobu. She was waiting for this person to return. So, person to return, that's Goro. Okay. Got it. The crime was committed around 9 p.m. This person was found stabbed multiple times. That's Kaneda. Oh, hey, we actually have an image of him. He looks like a kind of sweet old man, but apparently he was like a shitty con artist, so. Hearing a commotion in the house, this person allegedly rushed inside and saw everything. Was that also Goro? I don't remember this. Goro. No. No, that's not it. I wasn't paying attention, help. Who rushed in and saw everything? Shinobu, was it? Right. And then she went missing. There we go. Okay, never mind, I remember. Having been stabbed repeatedly, Mr. Kaneda collapsed in a matter of moments. At the time, Shinobu must have tried desperately to escape, frantically running out into the street. The suspect, realizing he'd been seen, most likely pursued and caught up with her. That's probably when this person was murdered by the suspect. Shinobu. Yep, that's probably what happened. Can I remove the dream center of my brain? I keep having fucked up dreams. I don't... Is that what it's called? The dream center? Well, I mean, tell me about one of your dreams, Zach. We'll analyze it for you or something. You did alright, Oscar. You're pretty much on track with what the police believe. However, there's an alternate explanation. Ask about... Think? Say Shinobu? What do you mean an alternate explanation? I keep having dreams where everybody doesn't care about me or hates me. Well, you see, I don't know, that might just be a self-esteem thing, but those dreams are incorrect, just so you know. And I hope those go away soon, because it sucks having dreams like that. Like, I've had dreams like that before, and they're not very fun. So is the possibility that Shinobu was abducted. It's a remote possibility, but we can't rule it out since no corpse was ever found. But also, if no corpse was ever found, okay, well, the pool of blood that was found, which was the same blood type as Shinobu's, what if it wasn't her blood? What if it was someone else's blood who also happens to be a type AB? Really do think Shinobu there's something fishy going on here. Unfortunately, no one has ever provided any information to lead us to believe one over the other. A missing persons report was put up at the school, but frankly, you were the only ones who have offered any help in 15 years. I doubt anyone still knows much about it anymore. Gossip surfaces occasionally, but it's usually more fiction than fact. Personally, my theory has always been that Shinobu was murdered. I thought he said was the murderer for half a second, then I was like, oh. Someone agree with me, please. Personally, okay. That's a dead end for dialogue. Goro claims he came home later that night and discovered his father lying there in his own blood. He then contacted the police. Definitely a ruthless man, if you ask me. Kaneda was stabbed multiple times. He died from excessive loss of blood. Okay, so snack bar? It was your average snack bar. Okay. Goro must have returned home only a few minutes after the crime had taken place. He did mention he saw a car speed away from their mansion on his way home. That could mean anything, but according to his report, it was a large black car. He didn't catch the license plate number though. It's a long shot thinking this car had anything to do with the case, but it's a possibility. There's a set of skid marks found a few feet from the pool of blood. Someone may have stopped suddenly to abduct Shinobu. I see. By the way, I heard something about a potential suspect who committed suicide? Well, you certainly are up on things, aren't you? Yes, as a matter of fact. His name was Teruhiko Uchida. Teru. Oscar did it! What did I do? What? Teruhiko Uchida. Ask about Teru. Mr. Uchida used to own a small factory here in town, but because of a loan he'd taken out from you-know-who, he was forced to sell it. Right, cause Kaneda was a con artist. Uchida seemed to value honesty. He was the killer. Damn, how did you figure that out? Wait, wait. I'm only 15 in lore here. And the murder was done 15 years ago, so either I did it when I was like less than a year old, or I wasn't born yet. I have an alibi. Uchida seemed to value honesty and integrity above all else. It was just bad luck that he got mixed up with a man like Kaneda. Bad man. Uchida, a very generous man, came to Mr. Kaneda's aid when he was still new in town. It was all downhill from there, though. According to witness, Mr. Uchida seemed visibly agitated in the days before the Kaneda incident. Your fetus did it. Fuck, how'd you figure it out? You got me. I mean, it wasn't me. If anybody ever sees this stream, I have committed not a murder. The police immediately sought him after the murder. However, when they found him, he was already dead. His motives seemed to fit, and he was originally sought as the prime suspect. If only he hadn't committed suicide, we'd know more. Regardless, I believe the assailant is still out there. Oscar, this case is why can't I pronounce this word unless it's a word I've heard and I've just never had to write it down or anything like that. Hold up. Okay. I got this. Let's see. STATU. Here we go. Alright. Statute. Thank you. Estatuto. Okay, what was it again? Fuck, what did... Statute. Statute? That's a weird word. Oscar, this case's statute of limitations is set to expire next week. We won't be able to crack the case unless something turns up soon. That's the gist of the Kaneda murder case. What I've told you today may not be repeated to anyone else. However, you may find it useful to record information in your memo for further reference. I've taken down everything I need. Could we go over some of the things again? I've got it all recorded, thanks. You're welcome. It's reassuring to see such an aspiring assistant alongside Detective Utsugi. Good luck, Oscar. Thanks for the info. I hope this helps out somehow with the Yoko case. What do you mean? There's a girl named Yoko who was found dead recently, but you're saying her murder is somehow tied to the Kaneda case. I don't know yet. All I do know is that she was investigating an old ghost story called The Girl in Back. I had reason to believe the basis for this rumor stemmed from Shinobu's disappearance. A ghost? Well, I'm sure that's an interesting story. You'll have to tell me at some other time. However, I'm afraid I've got to get on with my day. Good luck, kid. Detective Agency. Sorry to bother you. I'll be on my way now. Oh, he gave like a little smirk at the end there. You guys see that? That was great. That was good. Let me see. Bob. Okay. Yoink. Yeah, just checking something. This is the Utsugi Detective Agency. Utsugi's gone. Utsugi Detective Agency. Christ. Review. It's clear that Shinobu had some sort of involvement with the Kaneda case. It's likely Shinobu was murdered. Rumors of foul play could have spread around town, eventually becoming a ghost tale told today. So little is known about what happened all those years ago. Shinobu's whereabouts seem to have become engulfed in mystery. Uchida would have been a prime suspect had he not committed suicide. Still, that doesn't entirely rule him out as the murderer. Is there anything else new here? Nope. I already read everything. Okay. Okay. Nothing check. Yeah, the review's done. Just think. Wait a second. Back when Yoko was investigating the tale of the girl in back, it's possible she stumbled onto something about the Kaneda incident. Something she wasn't meant to see. Okay. See, okay, that's part of my theory. My big initial theory was like, oh, she found something that she wasn't supposed to see, and that's why she was murdered. She might have stumbled onto something big for all this to happen. What could it be? Could Yoko have been discovered? Could Yoko have discovered who the real murderer was? If that's the case, then it could have been Uchida. It couldn't have been Uchida. I need to find out what she was onto, and fast. Yeah, we have like a week left, right? Of statute. Well, got my work cut out for me for now. My number one priority is to pick up Yoko's trail and see where it leads. Huh. Okay, I think that's good for now, I'm gonna say. A little bit shorter than usual, like, what, 20 minutes shorter than usual? But, like, I'm enjoying this game, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm gonna stream it more. 1 week until someone shits the bed. That's awfully specific for it to be a week. Okay, so this game is interesting. I said that at the end of last stream. I'm gonna say that again at the end of this stream because this game is interesting. And I can't wait to, like, actually see what happens and such later on. Because this game genuinely has me interested, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. That being said, I mean, this is the end of the stream. And per usual, make sure to go follow me at Echoes Amalia, Echoes AMALIE, just in case you ever miss something, or you because I post when I stream on there. And if you do miss a stream, go check out the archive channel, because I have an archive channel where I will be uploading these. Just need to get around to it, which is Echoes Amalia full streams. That being said, thank you for coming by and like checking out the stream and such. It's always a good time. I'm tired. Thank you for coming by. Have a good day.